welcome back to Alive Wellness. My name is Emma and I'm so excited for today's workout. We're going to be focusing on 10 minutes just of core, abs, whatever you like to call it. I love adding this to the end of my workouts. I actually love adding it to the start of my runs. It really helps to just stabilize me from the inside out, helps me to move a little bit freer and with more control and support. But it's just one of those great workouts literally to add at any point in your day to support your posture, to support your pelvic floor, to make sure that you are moving just that little bit easier and a little bit stronger. Now, before we get into it, guys, I want to take just a little warm up through the spine to make sure we've got movement here for the core before we go on to the good stuff. So we're going to start over on our hands and knees. I want you to just untuck your toes here. And we're just going to take a real easy cat and cow. So drop the ribs down, look up to the ceiling, and then bring the ribs up towards your spine and take a nice big arch through the back. Let's inhale to look up. And exhale to look down. Now we want to have some space in the spine before we get into the core work. We want to make sure it's mobilized. We want to make sure that the breath is working. It's going to help us move through a much bigger range and make sure we're activating the core in all the correct places. Let's take one more stretch here and then come to that middle point. We're going to drop our left arm underneath the body, send that shoulder down to your mat, send the right one up, twist and look to the ceiling. So we're going to take a nice big opening into the chest here. Again, we're stretching into the spine, creating space for the core to move. And release, we go other side. Send the other arm under, drop that shoulder down, send the hand into the mat, twist and look up. And release. Here, come back onto your hands and knees. I just want you to take one more of those cat cows. Just really focus on that movement in the spine, either way. Good. Then we're going to start laying down on our backs. Now you're going to be working for 60 seconds of each exercise. Now to start, we're going to go super simple here. I want you to have your feet planted, your hips nice and level. We're going to bring our hands behind our head, elbows wide, and we begin to take crunches. Curl up, look to your belly, gently release down. Now as you crunch here, we are beginning to activate into the abs. I want you to focus on starting from that lower belly. We pull or zip up as we take our crunch. Pause at the top, then gently release down. Really important as we move through this core workout that yes, we are working the abs, but the abs aren't just those superficial muscles on the outside. They actually run really deep. So I'm going to be talking about the lower abs, the inner abs, those transverse abdominals, the ones that actually help support the organs, the ones that help support your pelvic floor, that prevent back pain, all the real important ones to actually help you move better and feel better. Now we use our breath. So we exhale to curl up, inhale to lower down. We're going to take one more here, then we're going to move on to the second exercise. Bring your head down, hands come by your side. Now I want you to float your feet off the mat, bring them into tabletop. Be careful not to move your spine, we stay in neutral. You're going to tap your right toes down, draw them into tabletop. Other side, we tap and lift. Now I want you to make sure as we work here, we're working through low impact core. I want you to focus on how we can prevent injury as we move and find strength in our center. We always want to protect our joints, our spine, protect the body, find the strength from within. As I said, each exercise will be about a minute of work. Use that exhale to tap down, use the inhale to float up. Continue to work through here without the spine moving, without the hips moving. They stay level. You can gently press your hands down to support your spine. We take 2 more taps here. And then I want you to place your feet back down on the mat. Now your hands are going to come behind your head. We work our obliques now. So your right elbow is going to reach to your left knee. We come across the body. The left leg comes into tabletop. Then we release down. Other side. Crunch across. Rotate your torso. Come down. We exhale to lift up. Inhale to lower. Now the obliques are the long muscles that run down either side of the core. They're the muscles that help us to twist, to rotate. Really important for everyday life. So we want to really activate into that waist as we take our twist. Make sure the breath is working with you here. We're going to take 4 more of these. We go for 2 more here. Final one. And release the head. I want you to bring your hands by your side this time. Make sure your chest is open, hands are pressing into your mat. Plant the feet down, send your hips up into a bridge. Now we want to activate the glutes, be really stable here. You're going to engage into the core and slowly float your right leg up. So squeeze through the abs, lower the right foot down. Other side, we float up, lower down. So yes, we're getting a bit of stability through the hips here into the pelvis, but you're still actually activating the abs as you float the leg up. We are crunching into the stomach. Really important to have a little bit of glute work as well, as the glutes help to stabilize through our pelvis and our lower back, which allows our core to be active and to move. Exhale up, inhale down. Press your hands gently into the mat to support your lower back. I really want you to actively work into the abs as you move those legs. Let's take 1 more on either side. Last one here. Good. You're going to lower the hips down. Just give your knees a little hug for a second. Rock side to side. Release out that tension. For our next exercise, I want you to place the feet back down. Walk them away from you slightly. Keep a little bend in the knees. Reach your arms up overhead. Stretch through those fingertips. Now you're going to press the hands through the air. We're going to bring our head to our chest. Come all the way up to sitting. We're rolling through the spine. And then curve into that lower back, roll back down. Focus on control here. Exhale to lift up. And inhale to lower. We're rolling through the spine. This is why we wanted to warm up the spine at the start, so that we already had the mobility here, so the core can really switch on and work. Now that breath again needs to continue to move. If this is too hard for you, just come halfway up. So you have got that option here, just to roll halfway up and back down. We work our own range. You're going to take 2 more of these. Last one here. Wherever you are, I want you to come up to sitting. Good. We're going to go onto our hands and knees again. We're halfway through our circuit here. Hands down underneath the shoulders, not the elbows. Hands underneath the shoulders, toes untucked for me. I want you to find your neutral spine here, so don't let your ribs drop down. Squeeze them together, activate the core. Now you're going to send your left leg out long, your right arm out long. They're going to float up in line with the body. Now we tuck them in towards each other, extend back out. Tuck in, extend out. We stay on this side. We're going to go 30 seconds on this side and then we switch. Inhale, tuck. Exhale to extend. Squeeze the abs as you move. Control as you extend away. We take 2 more on this side. And then we go straight onto that second side. Let's switch. Arm and leg go out. We tuck in. Extend out long. Inhale, tuck. Exhale, extend. Engage into that lower belly first. We pull up through our pelvic floor. We squeeze deep into the stomach here. Keep it nice and active. Beautiful. We go for 3. We go for 2. Let's take one more here. And release that arm and leg down. Now I want you to come onto your forearms. I want you to send your legs out long. You're gonna meet me in a plank now. Now in your plank, if you need to drop to your knees, drop to your knees. I want you to focus on the shoulders being over the elbows. We're squeezing the glutes, we're squeezing the stomach. We're not piking up, the hips are in line with the body. We got another 15 seconds here, then we're gonna add on for the last 30. Let's just hold it. Breathe into it. Keep engaging that belly. For the last 30 now, you're tapping your hips side to side. Drop one hip down, then the other. Inhale with one tap. Exhale with the other. Control the movement. Now, as you take these taps, the obliques, remember the ones that run down the side of the core, are switching on. We're here for 4, 3, 2. On 1, we release for a second. Come to kneeling. Roll out your shoulders. We're going to be going into a high plank now. So we're coming onto our wrists. If this is too much pressure on your wrists, you can make fists through the arms instead. Shoulders over the wrists. Extend your legs out. Now from here, we're going to squeeze into the belly, float the hips up. You're going to reach your right arm towards your left ankle and then come back into your plank. Send the hips up. Reach across the body. Release back down. Exhale to reach across. Inhale to find your plank. Beautiful work here. Really send the opposite arm across the opposite leg. We've got a few more here. We go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's come back to kneeling. Pause for a second again. Just roll out those shoulders, roll out those wrists. Big, deep breath. We've got 2 more exercises. We're gonna flip over onto our glutes for our second to last one. Now I want you to sit up really tall here. Have your heels digging into the mat. Bring your arms into a big circle like you're holding a lovely big beach ball. Now, I want you to scoop into your lower belly and roll halfway down. From here, we're gonna rotate side to side. So you're twisting side to side, working again into that obliques. Now the aim here is to twist as far as you can control. Now we're not sitting up tall. We wanna be off those sit bones. We wanna be squeezing the belly, then taking that twist. Twist. Now your head is rotating with you. We're not bringing our neck forward, we're keeping our head back, we're keeping it in line with our spine. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Really work that twist. This is why we warm up the spine before we work our core. The core functions in so many different ways. It's much more than those abs you see on the outside. We want to work the inside. We want to prevent injury. Let's go for 2. Let's go for 1 and release. Pause here. Last exercise. We're coming back into a high plank. Shoulders over the wrists. Make those fists if you need to here. If you need to, you can even come onto your forearms. From here, we're gonna find our high plank. Then I want you to draw one leg into your chest. Send it back out. Let's go other side. Tuck in, extend out. We work slow mountain climbers. I really want you to go slow to feel the strength through the core. Engage into your belly. Feel really strong as you move. This is our last bit of work. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, extend. Remember, you can drop to your forearms if you need to. You can do the exact same movement here. Tuck and press. You've got those options. Work through your own pace, your own level. We're in that last 15 seconds. Let's finish it off. Good, let's go for 3, 2, 1, and release. I want you to press into child's pose. Reach your arms forwards. Let's release your head into the mat. Deep breaths here. Sink your head down. Allow your arms to gently release and settle. We're going to take an inhale together as we come back to kneeling, rolling up through our spine. And exhale. Exhale to settle in there. Give the shoulders a roll. Now I want you to really feel that strength through the core. We worked through our pelvic floor, our transverse abdominals, our multifidus, our obliques. We worked it as a 3D part of the body, rather than just focusing on those superficial abs. So important to add in multiple times through your week so that you can really prevent injury. You can support your pelvis, your bladder, your lower back, your spine. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. Comment if you have anything you want to share, say any more videos you'd like to see. We love taking these classes. I love teaching you guys this, so happy to help. Thank you so much and have a lovely rest of your week.